Greetings guys, girls and non-binary pals, and welcome to part 2 of me talking about the inspiration behind my songs and making t-shirts for you all. I hope you enjoy it.
Completely in contrast and the opposite is That's When I Knew. Now, that's a good song. That's a single. That one is not on Oxygen, and that is sort of completely countering Hold Me Together. We're just completely countering everything I said in Hold Me Together. Hold Me Together is all about, like, you know, baby, your arms would hold me together, so baby, please hold me forever. All that sort of I rely on you bullshit. If you listen to them side by side, it's like huge growth. That's when I knew that I don't need you. That's when I knew that you don't need me, but I want you. Yeah, I want you. Do you want me to? I really like that. I think that there are so many songs that, and like so much in the media and things that are like, you know, my other half, you complete me, you are my oxygen, you are, you know, you are the air that I breathe, I die without you, all that sort of stuff. And I think that that's so toxic, and there's so much of it, and it teaches you that, you know, you aren't a whole person without someone else. And That's When I Knew is me sort of realizing that I am a human. I am whole on my own. I don't need anyone to complete me. And I'm sick of thinking that, and I'm sick of everyone telling each other that they need another person to be complete and to be happy. The way I like to explain it is, the only person I need is me. The only person I want is you. You don't need anyone else, but you are allowed to want someone else. You should be happy with someone, not because of someone. Your happiness and your emotional state of being should not rely on anyone other than yourself. That is a lot of pressure to put on someone else, and it's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. You create your own happiness. It's okay for someone to enhance your happiness, and it's okay to share happiness with someone, but they shouldn't be the reason that you are happy. Everyone in your life is temporary. You are the only person in your life who's guaranteed to be there forever. If you put your happiness on someone else's shoulders, that is a huge amount of pressure for them, and it means that the relationship is going to become quite intense and quite toxic, because there's like codependence can destroy you. It's scary, and it can cause so much negativity, and it can cause so much to go wrong. And like when and if that relationship ends, it hurts so much harder. And you have to know that you are able to survive on your own. This is tangled mess. You are able to survive on your own, and your happiness does not rely on another person, and it will make your relationship so much better. Bottle of liquor, lost in flashing lights, sleepless nights, watching time fly by. Time that I'll never see. Afraid I won't find someone to fix me. You feel like you're broken and a burden, and you feel like you need someone to fix you. You want someone to come in and just make it all better, and you expect that. A lot of people, I mean, I expected that. I was just like, I want someone to come make this better. I want a relationship. I want someone to hug away the pain. And then it goes into the pre-chorus, which is, then I found you, said I don't need fixing, I'm not broken, just human, I'm not broken, just human, just human. I wrote this when I was with my ex, different ex. I would always apologize. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, I'm such a burden, I have so much baggage, I'm broken. He's like, no. You know, he would support me, and he would help me and tell me that it was okay, but he wouldn't try to fix me, because I didn't need fixing. I just needed someone to listen and someone to support me, but I didn't need fixing, you know? We're not broken. It's okay to have struggles. It's okay to have a history. It doesn't make us any less human than we are. We are all human, and we all deserve to allow ourselves to have emotions and just have a human experience. And that includes being vulnerable and feeling pain and experiencing things that you don't necessarily want to experience. And that doesn't make you any less of a person. It doesn't make you any less whole. You are a human with a partner or without a partner. Don't put the weight on someone's shoulders like, you saved my life, I'm nothing without you, you are my everything. Because you should be your everything. I'm saying this from a place of, I did that. And I struggled in my relationship, the one that I wrote this song about, to be able to do that. I'm a very codependent person, and it's really tricky. It's really easy to fall into that, and it's really easy to start relying your happiness and your well-being on someone, and it's so easy to get swept away in that. It's okay to want a relationship, but don't rely on it. Don't tell yourself you need one. I'm up to my last song, but I still haven't finished this. This has taken me 45 minutes. This is all I've got so far. And it's been 45 minutes. And if you do buy it, by the way, I will put a little personalized note in each and every one. Fuck, I moved too far over. My last song is Nowhere to Be Found. Now, this song means a lot to me. I was just coming out of my abusive relationship, and I was just starting to realize how toxic it really was. It was all coming together, and I was realizing how bad the situation I was in. And I remembered all the things he would say to me and how it affected me. And I kind of came up with the metaphor of like the relationship being this old house that was falling down, and I was the one having to hold it up. It was falling down because two people are required in a relationship, and I was left in this house to maintain it, and I was left by myself. And he would always tell me, like, you know, I'm coming, I'm there, I'm helping, but he was never there. He was nowhere to be found. Leaves are falling from the trees, these walls are chipping paint. The bed's cold warmth embracing me, you've disappeared again. The bed's cold warmth because, you know, a bed is meant to be warm, and even though there's blankets and things, he promised he'd be there. And he wasn't. He was never there. He was never there for me, but I was always there. I was always there waiting. The house is the relationship. And I was trapped there. I had to be there. I couldn't leave. I didn't feel like I could leave. And I was always there waiting for him. I spent all my time just existing for him and waiting for him to be there. And he would promise he was there, and he'd never show up. And I'd do anything and everything for him, and he never did the same in return. Promised you were building me up while you nailed me to the ground. Now the ceiling is caving in, dust in the air so suffocating, and you're nowhere to be found. The whole song sort of talks about an abusive relationship and being stuck in that. And a large part of that is having someone who is telling you all these things, and they're telling you that you're amazing and that you're beautiful, and they're like, I believe in you and I'm doing all of this for you. Look at what I'm doing for you. But they're actually keeping you down. You know, they're isolating you. They're telling you that you're annoying, all these terrible things, and making me feel like an absolutely terrible person and that I couldn't do anything. But at the same time, he was doing that sort of subliminally in a way. Like, he would say all these things to me, but then also say, like, you know, I love you so much. I don't know what I'd do without you. You are my world. You are my everything. You are beautiful. You are perfect. You are all these things. He told me I was nothing without him. But effectively, that's sort of what that's about. Being told you're nothing but something at the same time. And no matter, I was there all the time. And no matter what I did, no matter what I tried, no matter how much I was there for him, he was never there for me in the same way, even though he told me he would be, even though he somehow convinced me that he was. Fires, embers, burning hot, the showers running cold. The loudest silence I have ever heard is waiting for your call. I was expected to always be on call, no matter who I was with, no matter where I was, regardless of whether, if I was in class or anything, I had to answer the phone. If I didn't answer the phone, or I said that I had to go and I couldn't talk, there would be 2 hours being spent just being yelled at and told that I was a bad person, I was a bad girlfriend, I'm like neglecting my girlfriend's duties and all that sort of bullshit. But he wouldn't do the same in return, you know. If I wanted to talk to him and I wanted to call him, I was always second. He's like, no, I'm with my friends. No, I don't want to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you. You're being overly controlling. Don't tell me what to do. I'm with my friends. He was only ever there when he needed something. It was lonely and it spoke volumes, and I ignored it, and it was just shit, really. That's what that line is, sort of symbolizes all of all of that. The whole song sort of symbolizes the idea that I was always there and he never was, and he expected me to be. And then the bridge is me sort of realizing that I don't fucking need him. Build me up just to bring me down, to prove that you were strong. A lot of abuse sort of happens because these abusers feel inferior, and they feel like they like having power, they like having control, they like manipulating people. And he manipulated me. He made me feel really small because he liked being in charge, and you know, they get off on the power. He would, you know, build me up and tell me that I'm amazing and all these things, and then get off on the idea of just like bringing me down, because that's what keeps me there, right? The like telling me that I'm perfect and that I'm beautiful and things makes me feel like loved and secure, and then to go and just take that all away with a big like fuck you is that whole cycle of abuse. And that's what it looks like. It's a good power trip. It keeps you there. It's what traps you. I built myself higher than you ever could, so who really won? He told me I'd be nothing. He made me feel like I'd be nothing without him. He told me that no one would ever love me, that I'm useless and annoying and childish and all those things. And I believed him for a really long time. I left and I became so much more than I ever was with him. He convinced me that he was making me better, and that with him I was better and I'd never be as good as I was with him without him. And coming out of that, you know, I proved to myself and to him and to everyone that I am better off without him. I have built myself higher than he ever did. I proved that I was capable of being my own person, and I found friends, I found love, I found happiness, I found light. I have done so much that I wouldn't have been able to do if I'd have stayed with him. And that's sort of it's a bit of a fuck you to him. You don't have my respect, you don't have my love, and I know that he benefited off of having me, right? Like, I did anything for him, and he took advantage of me, and now he doesn't get me. So I win, bitch. And then it goes into the final chorus, which changes to be powerful and reclaiming the power. Promise you were building me up while you nail me to the ground. Now the ceiling is caving in, breaking free, can finally breathe now that you are not around. During the song, it's like, you know, the house is collapsing, there's dust in the air, it's suffocating. The relationship is like, it's all falling apart, it's all weighing on my shoulders, and it's suffocating me. I can't leave, and I'm dying, and it hurts to be here. And then at the end, you know, I leave, and the house completely comes down, and it's the first time I've been able to breathe. It's all because I left and he's not there anymore, and losing him was the best thing I could have done. I've been explaining this song for 20 minutes now. It's just so important to me. It's such a big part of who I am. That song is like a huge symbol of my growth. It depicts so much of how I've gotten to where I am. I think it's just really important, and I think that it's validating. I wrote it again for myself to sort of reflect, but overall my songs I write to validate people. I want anyone else who's been in a situation like that to be able to listen to that song and know that they aren't alone, and I want them to listen to it and know that it gets better, and that you can leave, and that they're lying to you, and that you might feel isolated, and that, you know, if you feel like you're being brought down by someone who tells you that they're building you up, you aren't alone in that. You are strong without them, stronger than they will ever let you know. They are holding you back and not letting you be who you are. They are not letting you succeed to your full abilities, and the only way you'll ever find that out is by getting out. And if someone is making you feel like this, and you know, they aren't there for you, and they expect you to carry the relationship, and they control you, and they lie to you, and they tell you that you're amazing while they're also telling you that you're the worst, then you need to leave. And I hope that this song is able to help people realize that. I hope that the song is able to help validate people and make them realize that it's not okay, and that they will be totally okay, better than okay, if they get out. And that is what Nowhere to Be Found is about. I really like the music video for this song as well. I have music videos for most of my songs. I will leave the channel link in the description for where my music videos all are, if you want to go watch them. But this video is a women-women relationship. I think that the abuse that happens within the LGBT community, particularly between lesbian women, is really overlooked. It's actually a huge problem, and it happens far too frequently, and I wanted to depict in my video that that is an issue and it does happen. So I thought that was important, and I really like the videos. I'll leave the channel link to all my videos in the description, as well as my Spotify. If you want to listen to my music, that'll be there. You can also buy it on iTunes. I never link iTunes, but if you want to buy my music, that'd be amazing. I hope you've learned a bit about these songs. I hope you've had fun sitting down with me. I haven't done the text yet, but this is what I've done so far. It's taken me an hour, but we've got this. I'm quite happy with this. Oh, my neck hurts really bad. If you're interested, let me know. If you like the design, let me know. If you have any other ideas, let me know. Thank you for coming along. I've really enjoyed hanging out with you. Let me know what you want to see me do next time. Go to my website, thequeerkiwi.com. There's a forum, a community page where there's like an LGBT section where you can go and ask for gay advice or celebrate milestones. Like, you know, if you've come out to your family and you want to celebrate, we will all be there to celebrate with you. If you buy your first binder and no one really appreciates that, or you haven't told anyone, we are more than happy to celebrate with you. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about on here, like if you have any questions or fears about like abuse and toxic people and anything like that, there's a section on there called Women Supporting Women and NB Pals. That's there for you to use, as well as a section for me. I'm going to be asking questions and what people want to see that from me, or you can go and answer what you want to see. And there is a sex education section. So if you have any like sex questions or concerns or anything at all, feel free to post there. You don't have to use your real name or anything, so don't be embarrassed, don't be shy. I am more than happy to answer anything that I see there. I want to do a sex education video on here, so if you have any sex questions, let me know. I will see you on Monday. Stay safe, stay inside, enjoy the rest of your day. I love you. Bye. Mwah.